Hello, children. Today we are going to do. Yesterday uh, we did the graphing of sine curve. Today I'm going to talk about graphing of cos curve, and you will notice what is the difference. They look alike. They look alike, but there is a lot of difference. If you remember, the sine curve started from zero. It started from 0 because sine 0 was 0. At on x-axis sine is 0 and so 10 is 0 because 10 is sine upon cos, and if sine is 0 so it is also 0. Sine and 10 are 0 uh, at x-axis. On x-axis at points 0 it is 0. Sine 0 is 0. Now here if you notice the dot is on top at 1. When 0 is there, when 0 degree at the bottom is shown in the curve, you see the curve portion where we have drawn the graph. If you look at the graph, you will notice that at x is equal to 0 on the x-axis, when x is 0 degree, or you can see x is 0 degree here, then the value of y is maximum. The value of the function is maximum. The value of the function y is the value of y is equal to sine x, or y is equal to cos x here. Y is equal to cos x, and we notice the value of y is maximum plus 1. And why is it plus 1? Why is it plus 1 and why it was 0 yesterday? Just look at the generator line. Just look at the generator line. This is a triangle form. Three sides are there, perpendicular, base and hypotenuse. Yesterday also, when we had taken the figure, in that figure also the hypotenuse was 10.5, but I generally people take as unit circle. BA is the radius on which, and B is the center of the circle, and BA, the point A will trace a circle. When we will move, A will trace a circle. A will trace a circle. So what we are saying is that what is cos theta? Cos theta is base upon hypotenuse. When I bring A exactly on top of C, what has happened? Hypotenuse and base have become same. Base and hypotenuse have become same, and that is because perpendicular has become 0. If you remember yesterday, sine 0 was 0. Sine 0 was 0 because sine is what? Perpendicular upon hypotenuse. When perpendicular was 0 and hypotenuse was 10.5, so 0 upon 10.5 was 0. But what you're noticing here is that hypotenuse and base both are equal. Both are equal. It is showing 1 degree, but I am bringing it to 0 degree. When I am bringing it to 0 degree, it will become what? Cos 0 will become 10.5 upon 10.5 base upon hypotenuse. Base and hypotenuse are same in this case when BA is covering exactly BC. Now when I move this point A, what you will notice is that the base will start decreasing, because we are going to talk now, because we are talking about cos theta. In cos theta, what are we talking about? Cos theta is base upon hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is not changing, base is going to change. In the case of sine theta, perpendicular was increasing in the first quadrant, but here when I am moving A upward toward theta is equal to 90, what you notice is that the base is decreasing. Base is decreasing, so the red point The red dot on the curve is moving down from its maximum position. Maximum position was y is equal to 1. Y is equal to 1. Y is equal to sine x. Y is equal to sine 9. Y is equal to cos 0. Cos 0 was 1. So we are talking of cos. Let's not confuse with sine. Okay, now when we move it further, when the angle increases, like angle between AB and BC increases, you notice that the base is decreasing. Base is decreasing. If I decrease the angle, the base is increasing. Base is increasing. But if I increase the angle, base is decreasing. And when base is decreasing, so base upon hypotenuse, what is what is the uh, what is the uh, what is the actually uh, cos theta based upon hypotenuse. Base is decreasing, the base is decreasing, and the hypotenuse is constant. So what is happening is the angle is, the values are coming down. You can notice if I increase it further, it becomes 0.59. 6.2 divided by the same value. Now if I increase it further, then it becomes 5.1. It becomes small. The numerator becomes small, the denominator remains same. That means what is happening? Again the value is decreasing. And further, when we go down, the value is going down. The value of cos theta is going down. Cos theta is going down. You see 1.9 upon 10.5 is 0.17, and you can see the movement of the red dot. And when this BA will come onto the y-axis, positive direction, when it has become 90, when it has become 90, the base has become 0. The base has become 0. There is no triangle. There is no triangle. So base has become 0. So cos 90 has become 0. Cos 90 is 0. We told you that along y-axis cos is always 0. Along y-axis cos is always 0. Along the vertical line, all the odd multiples of pi by 2, the odd multiples of pi by 2 will always give you 0, and all the odd multiples of pi by 2 will fall always along y-axis. So all the odd multiples of pi by 2 will fall along y-axis. Hence cos will be always 0 on y-axis. Now let us come into the second quadrant. Again, in the first quadrant you notice perpendicular, base, hypotenuse, everything was positive. Everything was positive in the triangle. So all the six ratios, sine, cos, tan, cosec, sec and cot were positive. But when we move into second quadrant, please notice what has happened. Base has become negative. Base has become negative, and base, perpendicular and hypotenuse are positive. If perpendicular and hypotenuse are positive, that means what will happen is that sine theta is perpendicular upon hypotenuse, and cosec is reverse of sine. So sine and cosec remain positive. The rest four ratios will become negative, because in rest of the ratios one positive side will come and base will come. Whether tan theta is perpendicular upon base, cot theta is base upon perpendicular, cos theta is base upon hypotenuse, and sec is hypotenuse upon base. So cos will become negative, sec will become negative, tan will become negative, and cot will become negative. Only sine and cosec are positive. Now in this, if you notice, when bases become negative, you notice the red dot, the movement of the red dot on the curve. Just notice If I am decreasing, if I am decreasing, if I am decreasing, if I am decreasing, it is going down, 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 and it reaches its minimum value when it becomes 180 degree. Cos becomes 180 degree, then the base has become minus, base has become minus, and base and hypotenuse both are same. They have covered each other. Base upon hypotenuse will become minus 1. Base upon hypotenuse will become minus 1. It will become minus 1 because cos 0 was 1 on the right hand side, negative it is on the left hand side. Now when I start moving C again, if I start moving C again, in the third quadrant you notice that it reached to the minimum value at 180. It reached to the minimum, that is minus 1, because sine was between minus 1 and 1. The value of sine was minus 1 and 1. Similarly, cos is also between minus 1 and 1. Neither it will go beyond plus 1 nor it will come below minus 1. So it varies between minus 1 and plus 1. Now when I move this point further in the third quadrant, what you notice is that of course base is negative and also perpendicular has become negative. Base and perpendicular have become negative. Hypotenuse does not change, it remains positive. So base and perpendicular, when they have become negative, tan theta and cot theta will become positive because both are minus minus, they will cancel, give you positive value. But the remaining cos sec, cosec, sec and sine, cosec and sine and cosec and sec and cos will remain minus. Only tan and cot theta will remain positive. Now you see, when we are going down, then again this journey of the rod starts upward, and when we reach at the point, suppose 270, again the cos value has become 0. The value of cos 0 has become 0. I told you that on vertical axis or y-axis, cos is always 0. When x is 90 degree or when x is 270 degree or any odd multiple of pi by 2 are there, then cos will be always 0. Odd multiples of pi by 2 are always 0 for cos. Odd multiples of pi by 2, like we said, pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, 7 pi by 2, 9 pi by 2, 11 pi by 2, 13 pi by 2, 15 pi by 2, 17 pi by 2, 21 pi by 2, 23 pi by 2, 25 pi by 2. All these numbers are going to give you cos 0, because all these numbers which I talked about will fall on the either side of the y-axis, either positive y or negative y. If you remember correctly, I told you that along OY we get 4n plus 1 pi by 2. We get 4n plus 1 pi by 2. That means if you divide the numbers or coefficient of pi by 2 by 4 and you get the remainder 1, then those values of pi by 2 will fall always along OY. And OY dash is always 4n plus 3 pi by 2. That means when we are talking along OY dash, then if you divide the coefficient of pi by 2 by 4 and remainder is coming out to be 3, then that value will always come down towards the negative side of the y-axis. Now we are just now stationary on the negative side of the y-axis or y dash, and you can see the stationary position of the red dot on the curve, which is at 0. At 0. And if I start going into the fourth quadrant, if I go into the fourth quadrant, only thing which is negative is perpendicular. Only thing which is negative is perpendicular. So every ratio like sine, Sine is perpendicular upon hypotenuse, so it will be negative. If sine is negative, so cosec will be negative. And cos is what? Base upon hypotenuse. Cos is base upon hypotenuse. Base is positive, hypotenuse is positive, so it will remain positive. If cos is positive, then sec will be positive. But tan will be what? Perpendicular upon base. Perpendicular is negative, so it will be negative. Cot theta will be negative too. Now the value, if you notice, the value, if you notice, is increasing upward, is increasing. Base is increasing, base is increasing, and it is becoming nearer to hypotenuse. So when it will reach again 360 degree, that means base and hypotenuse will again become same. Base and hypotenuse will again become same. So base upon hypotenuse will become 1. And if I give another round to this, if I give another round to this, you will notice the same thing the curve is moving now. You can see the curve is moving. Curve is moving. But how is it moving? Is moving exactly in the same fashion as it was moving between 0 to 2 pi. So the period of this function, period of the cos function, period of the function cos is 2 pi. It is 2 pi. Period of this function is 2 pi. Domain. What is the domain? Domain means the values along the x-axis. Domain for this function is again set of real numbers. Set of real numbers. And what is the range? What is the range? Everything along the x-axis is defined. For cos also everything is defined. Sine and cos are always defined. We told you in the beginning. Sine and cos are always defined. So along the x-axis all the values of sine are defined. But if you look at the values of y, it is varying from -1 to 1. If I keep revolving this round, it will keep repeating. The curve is repeating itself. That is why it is called a periodic function. It is called a periodic function. And this also demonstrates, this revolving around this point also demonstrates, please notice that the angle has become 1438 and it can go to any extent. As many rounds as I'll take around this 360 plus, 360 plus, 360 into 1, 360 into 2, 360 into 10, it'll carry on. It'll carry on. It'll carry on. It's a very beautiful example of demonstrating that how the curve is moving along with the movement of this. Because the triangle is moving. The triangle is moving. Sorry. Now just see here. If angle is decreasing, decreasing, the value is increasing. In the sine, you notice that sine 0 was 0. Sine 0 was 0 and sine 90 was 1. So when angle increased, with the increase in the angle, suppose theta increased, sine theta also increased. But here what is happening is that sine 0 is maximum 1. When theta increases, cos theta decreases. When theta increases, cos theta is decreasing. You can see it. Cos theta is decreasing. 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 So if you look in the first, when you look at the first, it looks to be the same. But the only difference between sine and cos is sine graph start at x is equal to 0, but here it is start at the maximum value. It starts at 1 and goes down. While as in the sine curve, it starts at 0 and increases. Increases, goes to 1 maximum, then start decreasing, then come into the negative, and then again increases and goes to 0. Here what happens is it starts at maximum 1, comes down, to 90, and below 90, 91, 92, it becomes negative, comes to 180 maximum minus 1, then it starts increasing again, it increases and further at 360 it reaches equal to plus 1. So this completes the second graphing of the function. First was sin x, then cos x, then I will do tan x for you after this.